Hello, Henry. I'm here to present you with the Rewilder of the Month Award.
All right. Thank you. Ooh, oh my God, this is beautiful. I feel very proud. Hi, my name is Henry Stanley, and I am a permaculturalist and rewilder. I live in northeast Portland, Oregon. I build boats. I teach skin-on-frame boat building workshops. Some of the skills that I practice are botany, edible plants, medicine making, like tinctures and medicinal truffles, primitive bows and arrows, and I like to make cordage and do stalking and tracking. I grew up on the Oregon coast, and my parents were hippies. They also liked farming and nature, so I got a pretty awesome upbringing. They taught me a lot of edible plants and taught me how to garden and how to take care of livestock. My dad owns a bicycle shop, so I grew up working in a bicycle shop, and I got to get some hands-on tinkering experience. So these days I'm good at fixing just about anything from fancy computers to old diesel trucks and of course bicycles. And my mom is an artist, so I got to learn about crafts and creativity through her. The very first thing that got me inspired to the idea of rewilding and anti-civilization kind of stuff is probably Tom Brown Jr. books. I read my first Tom Brown Jr. book when I was 20 years old in college, the first year of college, and it totally blew my mind. And I read a couple more books of his after that, and each one was totally awesome and inspiring. And that led me to take a Tom Brown Jr. class, and then I didn't do too much for a while until I moved to Portland and connected with the community of rewilders here. So it's really nice to live in a city where there's enough people so that there's like-minded individuals that share your passion. But also the drawback to not living in a rural area is just access to nature and being more connected with the natural world, the rhythms and changes, and seeing more animals, I think, is really important. Someday I want to live in a rural area and take care of goats and maybe chickens and bees and have big gardens. So that's my goal someday, is to live on a farm again, but I gotta find a lady first. I really like taking care of animals and animals in general. I love seeing wild animals and taking care of goats and chickens. Goats are probably my favorite domestic animal, just because they're so fun and they have a lot of good uses. Rewilding means being closer to the wild. Is kind of the simplest definition to me, is to have, in its purity would be to have all of my food come from my immediate area or traded through sustainable means. It's both, rewilding is both a tangible thing and a spiritual thing, I think, too. Like cultivating the wildness of my heart, my spirit, is a big part of it. I would like to see society shift from fear, which I feel like is the main drive of society today, like fear that you won't make enough money, so that you take a job that you know you're never going want society to move towards love and compassion for each other, and really importantly, love and compassion towards the natural world and peace. Love, compassion, and peace. At the same time, if we can also take care of our natural world and bring it back to a state of regeneration, not destruction, I think that those will go hand in hand. I made this knife handle. This is a Damascus steel blade that I did not make. I made the sheath too. A fire piston. This is a pretty cool way of making fire, but I'm missing char cloth, so I can't really do it, but I'll just demonstrate. You gotta push down really hard and fast, and it'll make a coal. This is my front yard and on my urban lot in Portland, Oregon, and I've got lots of fruit trees that are packed in here tight. Nectarine tree, peach tree, and 2 cherry trees. That's it for here. Got lots of perennial vegetables that are growing. Egyptian walking onions, rhubarb, perennial kale, cardoon, daylily with edible flowers and edible bulbs, strawberries. That's about it. We have a free box that we made during the village building convergence. Community takes and gives things to it. Sometimes it gets a little messy, but it's still worth it. Mother Mary blesses us. I build skin-on-frame boats and teach workshops on building skin-on-frame boats. This is a 18-foot-long Bidarka. It's a traditional Alaskan native design. It's a really awesome design. I usually build these kind of boats. But yeah, great boat. And I make paddles and everything like that. And this is my veggie oil truck. The skin that is used in these skin-on-frame boats is a ballistic nylon cloth that is then hand-sewn and tightened onto the wooden frame. It is then sealed with a special 2-part polyurethane that can also be colored like this nice rust color. The polyurethane was originally developed for parking lot garages. Originally, the natives would use seal or beluga whale or walrus, I think, skins. So this is a primitive bow that I made with locally harvested black locust that some friends of mine harvested. And it also has a really special string to it. This string is agave fibers that a friend of mine gifted me, and then I sealed it and waterproofed it with beeswax. So I'm going to show you guys how well it shoots.